If my family are the only people that have electricity powers, but Violet Storm has electricity powers, what if we're related in some way? So, someone in my family did it on purpose. I think I know who. Are you okay? No, I don't think so. Don't worry, you'll be okay. That's what happened. Okay, so you thought it was a good idea to go out there and fight by yourself. Kinda. Do you know how bad of an idea that was? I'm gonna guess it was a bad idea? Yep. Still, I had the situation under control. Did you actually? No. You could have gotten really hurt. I know, but I was fine. Ish. Does having to wear a wrist brace count as hurt? Yes! Do you know how many times this week me and Electrona have had to keep you in line? The first two were my fault. Trying to keep you safe is turning into a full-time job, you know. Like I've told you multiple times, I can take care of myself. No, you clearly can't. Trying to take care of you is like trying to put a cat on a leash. It's basically impossible. Are you calling me a cat? Well, you act like a cat sometimes. Just saying. How? Well, you're never listening to people, and you're always coming home late. Should I go on? No, I don't think that's necessary. Still, I had it under control. Except for that last part. I know, but it was something I had to do myself. You know, you don't actually have to do everything yourself. I mean, you've got a team full of people that are going to help you. I know. So what are we gonna do exactly? Actually get the team together and me not go off fighting people myself? Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna be downstairs. Okay. Great, now what am I gonna do with my life? No, shouldn't. Well, no. This is gonna be the most boring weeks of my life. I'll find something to do. What side am I on?
You fool! Evil is in your blood. Accept it. What? No!
Who am I anymore? Even when I look in the mirror, I don't know who the person is looking back at me. What happened to Shockwave anyway? I mean, he could have just disappeared off the face of the earth. I know how villains are. They tend to disappear, then reappear, even more dangerous than they were before. We're very short on time. Beating her is gonna be easy. But beating her entire team is going to be more difficult. Not unless I get almost all the villains on my side. You know it's going to be harder than it sounds. Step 1, get them all together. Then see where it goes from there. Except for Electrona. She's gone soft. You know, she had so much potential. But then Tempest got in the way. If almost all the villains together, we're gonna be unstoppable. You know, it's a good thing that I injured Tempest. Because when the cat's away, the mice will play. I've got a plan. All I need to do is get them together, remind them of our common goal. After that, Tempest will fall. Now, just gotta get all the villains together. They didn't think I was just gonna walk away and all this would be over. They may have won the battle, but they haven't won the war. What did I do back in Los Angeles? I shouldn't be in here bored out of my mind. I should be out there, fighting villains, doing what I was born to do. But instead, I'm stuck in here, bored out of my mind. Maybe I should practice my new powers. No, too dangerous. I need to go sell this once and for all.